Good day everyone, it's Sunday, July 6th, and these are the New York Times Games, Custom Connections, and Amazing Word Games. Let's not delay with an intro, let's just get directly into Wordle. Our starting word today is Riley, courtesy of Michelle Lamb on the Wheel of Words. Let's get into it. Alright, hopefully everyone's having a great day. And Riley gets us R out of position. Alright, are they going to do ER trap again? I doubt it. So let's put the R at the start. Maybe do reach. Reach looks really appealing to me right now. Nope. Okay, it's not ER trap though, which is great to see. Maybe an AR, second and third. We just had curve a couple days ago. That's not too similar of a structure, but close enough, I guess. Well, could end AR as well. Sonar? I like the letters. Sonar in 3? No. Chasing these letters around here. Okay, well I guess A could be second, R could be third as I mentioned last time. A could be first too. Atria? That is a word. Okay, well at least we'll know what the A is after this guess. Atria in 4? What a pull. Out of nothing. Wow, okay. I feel good about that. I feel like I pulled that back from the brink of disaster. Alright, well the 4s are close to the 3s again, so we have a bit of a challenge keeping those apart, but adds to the fun, doesn't it? Okay, let's not delay any longer. Move on to the Wheel of Words, see what we're going to start with tomorrow. And we have a bunch of new words today. So Marcy Clausen added parse and pair, and we had choir added by Tyson Price, as well as funky, salé, and donut, and then Roy Schmidt added fugly, which I did look up and is accepted in Wordle, so that should be a lot of fun. Okay, let's give it 4 shuffles. Here we go. Alright, so we are looking at for tomorrow Crew by Finland Taipan. Alright, very interesting spelling of crew, but should be exciting. Double E, you never know. Alright, let's take it off the wheel and move on to connections. Alright, here we go. So we have Seuss, China, Disney, decaf, crumb, Prussian, pepper, where, evil, crypto, pottery, grain, morsel, dray, shred, and ceramics. Okay. The obvious is doctors. Dr. Seuss, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Evil, Dr. Dre. It's a grain, a shred, a morsel, a crumb. Ceramics and pottery. China. And maybe where. But I leave decaf, Disney, crypto, and Prussian. Prussian. Well, there's only 4 doctors on here. I think Dr. Dre has to be what it is. I'm just going to go for it. Throw caution to the wind. Dr. Blank. Doctors. Okay, that's blue. Okay, yeah, I figured this, the Prussian, Disney, decaf, and crypto would be purple. And I think I've got the other 2 figured out, so I'm not going to worry about too much beyond that. Walt Disney, Disney World. I don't know what this is. Faced. If you switch decaf around, it's faced. Coffee, decaf coffee. Decaffeinated. Yeah, I'm sort of questioning ware again. It's a ware, it's pottery, it's ceramics, it's china. Prussian, though. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but I think it's purple, so let's give it a shot. Ending with homophones of parts of the leg. What? Toe, crypto, decaf, Disney, Russian, shin. Okay, that is really obscure. Wow. Okay. I could have sat here all day and not got that. That's bizarre. Okay. All right, so it's a crumb, a morsel, a shred, and a grain. Just a little bit particle. And then china, ware, pottery, and ceramics, something you craft on a kiln, perhaps. Fired objects, yeah, on a kiln. Okay, very good. I have very little to say about that. Relatively straightforward, except for this figuring out what actually purple stands for. That is insanely difficult. So, okay, let's move on to our custom connection solve for today. It's from elevengu, connections extra number 6, late stage capitalism. So we have Le Tigre, Kroger, Ferrari, Magnum, Sankora, Barnes & Noble, Barclays, United Health Group, McKesson, CVS, JCPenney, Folgers, Blue Steel, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and Belk. Okay, well, there's a lot of U.S. companies here, maybe not Tim Hortons, but yeah, there might be some lore about these companies and their history that I'm not familiar with. Ferrari's Italian, of course. I guess at this point Tim Hortons is Brazilian. The Brazilian company owns it, but okay. I know CVS is healthcare related. United Health Group is healthcare related. Maybe Kroger has a pharmacy in it or something. This is more of an overseeing company. I don't think it's an actual store you go to. So maybe that's not a thing. Starbucks, Tim Hortons, Folgers all end with S. So does Barclays. And I know Tim Hortons is named after Tim Horton. So it might have been Tim Hortons Coffee and Donut Shop or something, and they just got rid of the apostrophe. Starbucks, maybe that was the same. Folgers, maybe there was a guy named Folger. Could have been a guy named Barkley. So maybe these companies started as possessives, and then over time that went away. I don't see much else, so in the lack of anything better to try, I'm going to try this. There we go. Brands that have dropped their apostrophe. Okay, that was almost. It was hard to see, but it wasn't that difficult, I guess. So, okay. Well, there's something. Blue Steel. Blue Steel and Le Tigre. It almost seemed like facial expressions. Wasn't that Zoolander? Zoolander did the Blue Steel, like the model face. like put different poses. Is there maybe a Magnum? Like Magnum PI? What would be another one? I'm leaning towards Ferrari because I feel like a lot of Italian models would do a Ferrari face or something. And I think I have seen Zoolander before, maybe once or twice. And I do recall there being a Ferrari look or facial expression. So I'm going to try that. Are these Zoolander facial expressions? Poses, okay. Yeah, I guess you need the facial expression for the pose. So, okay. Well, we're down to yellow and purple, but we have a bunch of US companies here that I'm just not familiar with. I feel like at one point JC Penney was JC and then Penny, and then they brought it all together into one word. Okay, so I'm back to CVS and United Health Group being healthcare related stuff. Belk, I don't think is. McKesson, Cencora, those seem like healthcare related company names. Let's try it. I don't know. Oh. Healthcare companies in the Fortune 10. Okay. How did I survive this? Okay, Kroger, Barnes & Noble, J.C. Penney, and Belk. I have no idea what Belk is. But I have heard somebody say, let's go to Kroger's instead of Kroger. Let's go to J.C. Penney's. So maybe these are names that don't have apostrophe S's, but people think they do. Barnes and Nobles. Belk's. Because Barnes ends with an S, so maybe they think Nobles, like it belongs to Barnes and Noble. Okay, and Belk, I don't know what that is, but I guess you could say I'm going to Belk's. Okay, let's give it a go. So these are incorrectly identified as possessive companies. Okay. Okay. Stores people often incorrectly add a possessive to. Okay. How did I survive this, elevengu? I have no idea. Late stage capitalism. Well, I guess, yeah, you're not really giving too much away there because I know they're stores. Late stage, though, maybe it's you're trying to say the end of the words have stuff going on. Okay. In any case, I survived this somehow. I have no idea how. But there's more to come from you. I look forward to doing it. And let's move on to our preview of tomorrow's custom connections. All right, so we have Too Late for Canada Day by Tiger Joe. So Tiger Joe did say that he doesn't think I'll have a problem with this one, but it might be difficult for some of the viewers. So he's interested to see how everyone does. So very good. I will do it tomorrow. You can do it today. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. All right, Strands time. So we have Christina I on the creation, Tracy Bennett editing. Our theme today is My Hero, 6 theme words. All right, I am pretty good with superheroes, if that is indeed what we're talking about. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, stuff like that. I do see villain, maybe not. No, I don't. Strength? Strength. Okay. Some powers? Superpowers? That's exactly what it is, superpower. Alright, we're going to go for the Oranje Perfect today. I feel like it's been a couple days since I tried for it, so there we go. So yeah, this is just different attributes that you might have as a superhero. So strength, light speed, Late, no. Just speed? Oh, flight, not. Flight, speed, agility, I think. Vision, some sort of vision maybe. X-ray vision. ING here. Ability. Healing. Oh, healing. Okay. Invisibility is the last one. Okay. Invisibility. There we go. Oranje, perfect. Under 3 minutes. Spangram first. No excess words. No excess, yeah, just no excess. So very good. Okay, let me know how you did on the New York Times games and custom connections so far, and let's move on to the amazing word games. Okay, puzzle 700, big day for Hang 5, so let's see if we can crush it today. Alright, long words, good. 2 7s, 2 6s, and a 4. RST should all be here, I hope. Oh, no T. Okay. Well, why not go for L and N? No. Okay, engross. Grab, you're engrossed, you're grabbed, you're obsessed. No, it's not grab, okay. Engross, obsess. Grow. Observe? No, it's not observe. Okay. Grip. Oh, you're gripped. Okay. Is this maybe a Y? I think it almost has to be after the P. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Occupy. Engross, occupy, obsess, grip. Submerse. Oh, immerse. There we go. Yeah, so just be fully paying attention to something. Riveted. Okay. Top 5% even with 2 errors. Wow. 62% solve rate. Very cool. All right. Well, I need to cut it here for right now. I'll be back in whenever I can. I need to go watch my kids, so be back soon. All right. It's a little bit later. Let's keep going with sports connections. Puzzle 286. All right. So we have Lightning, Seattle Mariners, Jones, Oklahoma University, I guess. Rain, Grounds Crew, Stewart, Ponchos, Cloud, Texas Tech, Tarp, Seattle Seahawks, Kraken, Cleveland Browns, Ionescu, and Buccaneers. Okay. Well, I feel like Seattle Kraken, Seattle Mariners, Seattle Rain, and Seattle Seahawks. Seattle teams. Okay. There's the Tarp, the Grounds Crew, the Ponchos, and either Cloud or Lightning. Something happens during a rain delay in baseball. Huh. Okay, I think there's some last names here. Jones, Ionescu, Stewart. Interesting. So yeah, I think it's either Cloud or Lightning. It's not necessarily lightning if it's going to be a rain delay. So I'm going to say cloud, tarp, ground screw, and ponchos. Things seen during a rain delay in baseball. No, it's probably lightning then. Okay. There's not always lightning though. Could just be a rainstorm. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe Cloud's the last name. Cloud, Stewart, Jones, and Ionescu. Last names in basketball. WNBA. New York Liberty. Okay. Then Oklahoma Sooners, Cleveland Browns, Texas Tech's Running Rebels or Red Raiders or something, and Buccaneers. Well, a Raider and a Buccaneer means like you pillage somebody. Maybe a Sooner and a Brown. I don't know. A pillager. Teams Baker Mayfield has played for. Okay. I don't really know the career of Baker Mayfield, so fair enough. Very good. Well, let me know if you got that. And let's move on to letter loop. Okay, so puzzle 512. P-T-U-M-O-O-I-T. Okay. A lot of vowels. How's it going to work though? Opium and motto. Okay. That's probably the only option available for an answer. Yep. All right. So 29 seconds for me. The average is 46 seconds for 12 people. Decent stuff. Okay. Let's move on to word salad. Our theme is your gym class, puzzle 493. I should be pretty good at this. We'll see. Okay, so maybe towel, some sort of ball. Your gym class. Oh, yoga. Spin. Aerobics. Pilates. And bar. Okay, once I figured out what they were going for, not too bad. 29 seconds. Okay, let's move on to Canuckle. Start with maple as we do. A and E out of position. Let's just do an EA for the third and fourth spot. How about, no, can't even do spear. Shear. Oh, okay. Probably sheaf. Something about Saskatchewan. Oh no, the other coast actually. The sheaf toss is a classic event at the Antigonish Highland Games, which celebrates its 160th edition this year. Established in 1863, it's the oldest continuous Highland Games outside of Scotland. In the sheaf toss, athletes use a pitchfork to launch a burlap bag filled with straw over a high bar, showcasing strength, skill, and Scottish tradition. From kilts and cabers, Antigonish brings the Highlands to Nova Scotia every year, or every summer. Very cool. It's nice to see. Yeah, I would like to go to the East Coast at some point, but maybe when my kids are a bit older, I'll consider it. Okay, let's move on to Cladder. See if we can break a record today. Puzzle 1202. Close. 17.8 seconds. Okay. That's the closest I've been in a while. Cool. Yeah, 3-letter words were the way to go, and I just was really feeling it today. Good stuff. All right, well, positive thing there. Okay, let's move on to Bracket City. July 6th. Okay, nothing is blank in stone. Nothing is set in stone. Something you set for yourself, a goal. Goals that are worth 3 points in football. Field goals. Yeah. Like most of Garfield. Hair. Orange. Oh, natural fibers in some orange juice. Pulp. Yeah, some about pulp fiction, I think. Pulp. Okay. A line might be drawn in it, usually metaphorically, the sand. One might be of wits. A test of wits. Battle of wits. Stand structure with battlements. Yeah, battle of wits. This is a castle. Like a family that lives in a castle, maybe. Royal. Tarantino movie that discusses the Royale family with cheese. What? I don't know. Okay. Blank bridge is falling down. London Bridge. It's a song. Scotland blank. Actually in London. Scotland Yard. Police. Iron Chef Boyardee, okay. One trained by the chef in the kitchen, maybe. Sous chef. Something you'll want to eat before opening. Something you'll want to open before eating. A cook. The chef trains a cook. Cookie you'll want to open before eating. Oh, probably a fortune cookie. A cookie. Or a cook. Okay, cookie you'll want to eat before open before eating. Fortune cookie. The one of fortune. Yeah, it's got to be fortune. Okay. The one of fortune weighs about 2,400 pounds. The Wheel of Fortune? Stretch out your arms and throw yourself sideways and upside down onto one, then both hands with your legs pointing up before landing on your feet again. Now you've done a cartwheel. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Cartwheel. Okay. John Lennon meets Paul McCartney for the first time. Okay, so we're looking for non out of this. Probably about non-stick. Tarantino movie that discusses the Royale with cheese. It has to be royal family, doesn't it? Yeah, Pulp Fiction. Oh, I haven't seen Pulp Fiction, so I don't get the Royale with cheese part. Okay, non. Okay, just the one excess keystroke there at the end. Other than that, very, very good. July 6th, 1957, John Lennon meets Paul McCartney for the first time. Very iconic moment there. Okay, let's move on to our clever games, starting with stacked. So we have China, Arctic, Indian, Chile, bicuspid, canine, incisor, molar, Atlantic, southern, jerk, Pacific, dog, icy, and frigid. Okay, Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Molar, incisor, bicuspid, canine are all types of teeth. Something can be chilly, icy, and frigid. It's cold. And China, jerk, and dog. Well, dog and canine mean the same thing, but okay, so let's go with these are different oceans. Bicuspid, canine, incisor, and molar are types of teeth. Frigid, chilly, and icy, cold. Okay, jerk, dog, and China. I feel like China's by itself. Well, what do jerk and dog have to do with each other? Just to pull something away, maybe? Good for nothing person. A jerk and a dog. Okay, fair enough. And China's by itself. Alright, I didn't name yellow, so I'm not going to do any B cubed, but pretty good. I like that. Nice puzzle. Okay, categories. Sit, roll over, affogato, speak, shake, call, baked Alaska, raise, banana split, DM, check, text, Sunday, fold, email, and Zoom. Okay, you can text, DM, email, call. I guess you could Zoom somebody. Oh, call doesn't belong. Okay, so fold, raise, call, and check. These are all things you can do in poker when it's your turn. Yep. Email, Zoom, DM, and text maybe. Okay. Just ways to communicate with somebody, maybe in a business setting. Okay. Banana split, baked Alaska, affogato, and Sunday. Desserts, maybe with ice cream. There you go. Sit, roll over, speak, and shake. These are dog commands. Speaking of dogs, my dogs are yapping, so I'll cut it here before the last game of the video, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's end this off with CrossHerd. Alright, puzzle 120. Let's roll. Wooden pin for hanging a hat, a peg. Not together, apart. Oven feature that beeps, a timer. Subdivision of an act. I don't know. Alternative milk source. Soy. Gentle touches, pats. Grand stories and epic. Monopoly and Scrabble are games. Nevada gambling city is Reno. And playing card with 3 pips. A tray? Okay. Subdivision of an act. A scene. Okay. Oh, we're talking about the theater. I thought we were talking about maybe politics and like an act that's passed. Okay, fair enough. So I think I answered everything, which is great. 35 seconds is definitely acceptable. With that said, if you'd like to see more of me, check out my New York Times Mini Crossword short. I do have quite a catalog of these types of videos on my channel, so check it out. If you like what you saw, please feel free to leave a like. If you really liked it, please feel free to subscribe so you never miss an upload. And join the community of great gamers we have on this channel. And you know what? I'll see you next time. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be there too. Bye for now.